If you've ever lost track of changes in a project or wanted to experiment without breaking what already works, there's a tool that solves exactly that. Git is the most widely used version control system in software development, letting you track every modification and collaborate with others. In this video, we'll walk through what Git is, how to get it running on your machine, and the essential commands to start using it today. First, we'll cover how to install Git, with specific steps for both macOS and Windows 11. Then, we'll look at how to configure Git on your machine so it's ready to use. After that, we'll introduce basic terminal and Git commands, including how to commit your changes. Next, we'll clear up a common point of confusion: are Git and GitHub the same thing? Finally, we'll point you toward more resources to keep practicing your Git skills, including insights from developer advocate Kadashikar. If you want real-world, hands-on projects building agentic solutions, this course is for you. It uses the Claude SDK, the toolkit for building agents, to teach you how to create AI agents that automate Microsoft 365 administration, like user lifecycle management and security investigations. Check it out, the link's in the description. Let's start with the core idea. Git is the most widely used version control system in the world. A version control system tracks changes to files over time. Think about your own resume. You probably have multiple versions saved, like resume, resume of 2, resume of 4, and so on. With Git, you can keep just one main resume file because Git tracks all the changes for you. That means you have one file where you can see its entire history, look back at previous versions, and review every change you've ever made. To use Git, the very first step is to download it onto your machine. That's the prerequisite for everything else. If you're on a Mac, the operating system actually comes with a pre-installed version of Git. However, it's still recommended to download it yourself. This ensures you have the most up-to-date version available. For Windows 11 users, the process is straightforward. On the Git download page, click the Windows icon to get the most recent version. Once the downloaded folder is on your machine, double-click it and simply follow the on-screen wizard prompts. After that, you're ready to start configuring and using Git. Now that Git is on your machine, it's time to get it set up. The next step is configuration, and here's how to do it. With a basic configuration in place, you can start learning the most fundamental terminal and Git commands. Mastering these is how you'll begin using the tool effectively. A key thing to note is that you'll be using 3 commands very often: git status, git add, and git commit. It's important to practice these. To see a list of all available commands, you can run Git in your terminal, or check out the official documentation for a full list and usage instructions. They are not the same thing. Git is a version control system that tracks file changes locally. GitHub is a platform that allows developers to collaborate and store their code in the cloud. Think of it this way: Git is responsible for everything GitHub related that happens locally on your computer. They work together to make building, scaling, securing, and storing software easier. If you have questions or feedback, you can share them in the GitHub community thread, and the team will be sure to respond. This guide was written by Kadashikar, a developer advocate at GitHub. She enjoys sharing the lessons she's learned with the wider developer community, finds joy in helping others learn about the tech industry, and loves sharing her experience as a software developer. You can find her online at its.laditive. Let's jump into the terminal and do this ourselves. First, let's verify Git is installed by checking the version. You should see something like Git version 2.47.0. Now we configure our identity. Every commit you make will be tagged with this name, so pick something professional. We'll use skills prugd. Next, we set the email address that will be attached to our commits. This should match the email you use on your Git hosting platform. Let's verify everything is configured correctly by listing all our global Git settings. Time to create our first project. We make a new directory, jump into it, and initialize a fresh Git repository. Let's create a simple HTML file in our editor. This is the first file we'll track with Git. Running git status shows us our current state. Git sees the new file but isn't tracking it yet. It even gives us a helpful hint about using git add. Now we stage the file with git add and create our first commit. Git confirms the commit with a unique hash, the branch name, and a summary of what changed. That covers the fundamentals to get you started with Git. For a deeper dive, check out the full article linked in the description. If this helped you, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss more guides like this one.